Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 501 class, the new elementary school curriculum, theory and practice. I am Ellen Faye Sanico. As you know, this morning, I'll be discussing the topic special education. What do you imagine when you think about special education? Special education provides students with identified disabilities specialized instruction designed to meet their unique learning needs, giving them the opportunity to develop to their fullest potential. The services and supports one child receives may be very different from what another child receives. It's all about individualization. What's important is giving kids the resources they need to make progress in school. How the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act or IDEA shapes special education in the United States. The idea was first passed in 1975, originally called the Education for Handicapped Children Act, and reauthorized under George W. Bush in 2004. Its primary goals have remained similar these years: to protect the rights of children with disabilities and to give parents a voice in their children's education. IDEA provides parents with specific rights and protections called procedural safeguards. Procedural safeguards means that parents are always afforded the right to make decisions regarding the education of their children. To qualify, children must fall under one of the 13 disabilities identified by IDEA: autism, deafness, emotional disturbance, visual impairment, including blindness, speech or language impairment, orthopedic impairments, hearing impairment, intellectual disability, multiple disabilities, traumatic brain injury, other health impairment, including ADHD, specific learning disability, including, among others, dyslexia, dyscalculia, and dysgraphia. Children eligible for IDEA must have a diagnosis for one or more of the above-named disabilities and, because of that disability, require special accommodations to make academic progress. The criteria used for determining whether a child has a specific learning disability includes: this children does not meet the state-approved grade level standards in one or more of the following areas: oral expression, listening and comprehension, written expression, basic reading skills, reading fluency skills, reading comprehension, mathematics calculation, mathematics problem solving. This child does not meet stated approved grade level standards or exhibits a pattern of strengths and weaknesses in achievement and or performance due to the following: cultural factors, emotional disturbance, environmental or economic disadvantage, limited English proficiency, mental retardation, visual, hearing or motor disability. Principles of IDEA or Individuals with Disability Education Act. Schools must educate all children with disabilities and regardless of the nature or severity of this disability. Schools must use a set of non-biased methods of evaluation for determining if a child has a disability. Testing and evaluation must not discriminate based on race, culture, and native language. All children with disabilities must receive a free, appropriate public education. An IEP must be developed and implemented to meet the needs of children with disabilities. Children with disabilities must be educated with children without disabilities as much as possible. Students can only be moved to separate classrooms or schools if they cannot receive an appropriate education in a general education classroom. Schools must have safeguards in place to protect the rights of children with disabilities and their parents. Schools must collaborate with parents and students when designing and implementing special education services. Special education interventions. Special education may be best described as a purposeful intervention designed to overcome or eliminate the obstacles that keep children with disabilities from learning. In other words, it is about providing children with disabilities with individualized plans and instruction to help them succeed. 3 specific types of special education interventions: preventive interventions, remedial interventions, compensatory interventions. Preventive interventions are designed to prevent potential or existing problems from becoming a disability. Special education in this form seeks to either stop something from happening or reduce a condition that has been identified. Remedial interventions are designed to eliminate the effects of a disability. They are generally used to teach children with disability skills that allow them to function successfully and independently. They may be aimed at academic, social, personal, and/or vocational goals. Compensatory interventions involve teaching special skills or using special devices to improve functioning. Compensatory interventions may be best identified as teaching a child to perform a task or conquer a skill in spite of a disability. It involves providing children with disabilities an asset that non-disabled children does not need. The Individualized Education Program. A child-specific dictate what is taught in special education. Some children with disabilities require intensive, systematic instruction to achieve success in daily living, schools, community, and work settings, while other children must be taught skills to compensate for the existence of a disability. Others just need special accommodations and learn right alongside their general education peers in regular classroom. The Individualized Education Program or IEP is the cornerstone of special education. Each student with a diagnosis that qualifies them for special accommodations has an individually tailored IEP. This legal document details a student's specific needs regarding special education services and accommodations based on yearly goals. IEPs requires number 1, an evaluation by the child's school. Number 2, the determination of eligibility. Number 3, the development of IEP by the school's IEP team. Where is special education taught? Most special education takes place in a general education classroom, consistent with IDEA's goal of providing children with disabilities special education services in the least restrictive environment. Not all special education can be taught in a general education classrooms. Therefore, special education teachers and paraprofessionals must sometimes provide special education in separate classrooms and outside of the public school system, in separate residential setting and day schools. Most schools students spend at least a portion of their day in the resource room, where they can receive individualized instruction. The federal government defines educational placement for students with disabilities as regular classroom. Students receive most of their education in a regular classroom and less than 21% of their day receiving special education and related services outside of the regular classroom. Resource classroom. Students should receive special education and related services outside of the regular classroom more than 21% but less than 60% of their day. Separate classroom. Students receive special education and related services in a public or private day school for students with disabilities for more than 50% of their day. Residential facility. Students receive special education and related services in a public or privately operated residential facility where they receive 24-hour care. Homebound or hospital. Students receive special education and related services in hospital or home-based program. And that's all. Thank you for listening.